For years, scientists have been scanning the skies, tracking thousands of asteroids that could pose a threat to Earth. Most of them pass harmlessly by, but every so often, a space rock appears that raises serious concern. This time, it's different. Elon Musk and NASA have issued a dire warning. A massive asteroid is hurtling toward Earth, and the consequences could be catastrophic. This isn't some distant event set to occur millions of years in the future. According to recent data, this asteroid is on a collision course, and experts are scrambling to determine whether Earth can be saved. What makes this asteroid so dangerous? Why is Elon Musk involved? And most importantly, what can be done to prevent a global disaster? Scientists have long known that Earth is not immune to asteroid impacts. Our planet has been hit before. Some of these impacts have been minor, while others have changed history. The most infamous collision occurred around 66 million years ago, when a giant asteroid, estimated to be 6 miles wide, struck the Yucatan Peninsula. The resulting impact wiped out the dinosaurs, setting off wildfires, earthquakes, and tsunamis, while plunging the Earth into darkness. If such an event were to happen again, humanity could face a similar fate. And now, NASA's latest observations suggest that a massive asteroid, potentially the largest to threaten Earth in modern history, is on a trajectory that brings it dangerously close to our planet. The space agency has been monitoring this object, and their calculations indicate that the odds of impact, while not absolute, are significant enough to sound the alarm. But why is Elon Musk involved in this? The billionaire CEO of SpaceX and Tesla has long been outspoken about the dangers posed by asteroids. Musk has often warned that humanity must become a multiplanetary species to avoid extinction from potential asteroid impacts. Now, with this latest discovery, he has renewed his calls for urgent action. SpaceX's advanced rocketry and technology could play a crucial role in Earth's defense, but is it too late? NASA and Musk are not the only ones concerned. International space agencies, researchers, and governments worldwide are now coming together to explore every possible solution. Could we deflect the asteroid? Could a nuclear explosion in space alter its path? Or are we looking at an unavoidable catastrophe? The clock is ticking, and the world is watching. In the next segment, we'll dive deeper into what makes this asteroid so dangerous, NASA's latest calculations, and whether humanity has a fighting chance against this cosmic threat. The asteroid in question is not just any space rock, it's an absolute behemoth. According to NASA's latest calculations, this asteroid measures several kilometers across, making it large enough to cause an extinction-level event if it were to collide with Earth. Moving at speeds of over 50,000 miles per hour, an impact would release energy equivalent to billions of nuclear bombs, creating a massive shock wave, triggering devastating tsunamis, and sending enough dust and debris into the atmosphere to block out the sun for years. NASA has officially classified this asteroid as a potentially hazardous object, a designation reserved for space rocks that come within 4.6 million miles of Earth and are large enough to cause significant damage upon impact. But what makes this one especially alarming is its projected trajectory. While most asteroids in this category pass by Earth without incident, this particular asteroid appears to be on a direct collision course. Astronomers first detected the asteroid using NASA's Near-Earth Object Observations program, which tracks thousands of space rocks that could pose a threat. Initially, its path seemed uncertain, but as more data was gathered, scientists confirmed a troubling reality. Its orbit aligns closely with Earth's in the near future. The risk is real, and time is running out. So, what happens if this asteroid does hit Earth? The consequences depend on the impact location. If it were to strike an ocean, it could generate massive tsunamis hundreds of feet high, capable of wiping out coastal cities across multiple continents. If it were to hit land, the explosion would be beyond comprehension, flattening entire regions, causing wildfires and creating a crater potentially hundreds of miles wide. The impact would release an immense amount of dust into the atmosphere, blocking sunlight and triggering a global winter that could last for years, devastating agriculture and threatening all life on Earth. But before panic sets in, there is still hope. Scientists and engineers around the world are exploring possible ways to prevent disaster. The most effective strategy? Deflection. Instead of trying to destroy the asteroid, which could create an unpredictable shower of smaller but still deadly fragments, experts are considering ways to slightly alter its trajectory, just enough to push it off course and prevent an impact. This is where Elon Musk and SpaceX come into play. Musk has been vocal about the need for planetary defense systems and has suggested that SpaceX's advanced rocketry could be used to help in asteroid deflection missions. With the power of the Starship rocket, one of the most powerful rockets ever built, SpaceX could launch a kinetic impactor, a spacecraft designed to slam into the asteroid at high speed, nudging it off its deadly path. NASA has already tested this concept with its Double Asteroid Redirection Test, or DART mission, which successfully altered the orbit of a smaller asteroid by crashing a spacecraft into it. But could the same approach work for a much larger asteroid? The challenge is that this particular space rock is far bigger and more massive than anything DART has ever dealt with. It would require a much more powerful strike, possibly multiple kinetic impactors, or even the use of nuclear explosives to change its course. The question now is, do we have enough time? Even if a deflection mission is launched, scientists must calculate every detail with extreme precision. A small miscalculation could mean failure, leaving Earth vulnerable to impact. And if we don't act fast enough, there may be no stopping the asteroid before it's too late. In the next segment, we'll explore the cutting-edge technology that could be used to save the planet, including NASA's emergency response plans, Musk's bold ideas, and whether humanity has the capability to stop this disaster in its tracks. As the world grapples with the possibility of an asteroid impact, scientists and engineers are racing against time to develop countermeasures. NASA, in collaboration with international space agencies, is exploring multiple approaches to deflect or destroy the asteroid before it reaches Earth. The most viable options include kinetic impactors, nuclear deflection, and even gravitational tractors, each with its own challenges and risks. The kinetic impactor method, similar to NASA's successful DART mission, involves sending a spacecraft to collide with the asteroid at high speed, slightly altering its trajectory. But the issue here is the sheer size of the asteroid. The DART mission targeted a small moonlet, while this incoming asteroid is several times larger, meaning a single impactor likely won't be enough. Instead, NASA and SpaceX are considering multiple high-speed impacts using Starship rockets to deliver the necessary force. Another possible solution is nuclear deflection, which doesn't involve blowing up the asteroid but rather detonating a nuclear device near it. The heat and radiation from the explosion could vaporize part of the asteroid's surface, creating a thrust effect that alters its course. This method is controversial, as detonating a nuclear device in space comes with significant risks, including unintended fragmentation of the asteroid, which could send smaller but still deadly pieces toward Earth. One of the more innovative but slower options is the gravitational tractor method. This involves sending a spacecraft to fly alongside the asteroid for an extended period, using its gravitational pull to gradually nudge the asteroid off its collision path. While this approach is safer, it requires years or even decades to be effective, time we may not have. Meanwhile, Elon Musk has proposed another radical idea, using SpaceX's advanced Starship rockets to attach thrusters to the asteroid itself. By landing on the asteroid and firing sustained rocket bursts, scientists might be able to steer it away from Earth. While this concept is technologically ambitious, The challenge lies in how to safely land a spacecraft on an asteroid moving at tens of thousands of miles per hour. The urgency of the situation has led world leaders to hold emergency meetings with agencies like NASA, the European Space Agency, and China's CNSA coordinating efforts. Private companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin have also been called upon to assist in planetary defense planning. If an impact becomes unavoidable, global governments will have to prepare for large-scale evacuation plans, emergency shelters, and survival strategies in affected regions. But what if all efforts fail? If deflection missions prove unsuccessful, the asteroid's impact would be inevitable. Scientists are already working on impact simulations to determine the best course of action in the event of a worst-case scenario. Some regions might be deemed safer than others, but the reality is that an asteroid of this magnitude would have global consequences, affecting everything from climate to food supply. Despite the looming threat, there's still hope. Humanity has overcome incredible challenges before, and with today's technological advancements, there is a real chance to prevent this disaster. The next few months will be critical as astronomers continue refining their calculations, mission. Planners finalize their strategies, and engineers push the boundaries of space defense technology. As news of the asteroid spreads, the public response has been mixed. Some people remain skeptical, believing that scientists will find a way to prevent disaster, while others are gripped with fear, preparing for the worst. Social media is flooded with theories, discussions, and even misinformation about what might happen next. Governments are urging calm, but behind the scenes, contingency plans are being drawn up for mass evacuations, emergency food supplies, and global survival strategies. The biggest question on everyone's mind: how much time do we have? NASA's latest estimates suggest that the asteroid could reach Earth within a matter of months or years, depending on last-minute trajectory shifts. This leaves only a small window for action. Space agencies around the world are working around the clock to refine their calculations, hoping for even the slightest change that could shift the odds in humanity's favor. Elon Musk has made it clear that he believes humanity's best chance of long-term survival is colonizing Mars. While this doesn't provide an immediate solution to the asteroid threat, it underscores the need for a backup plan if Earth becomes uninhabitable. SpaceX is accelerating its Mars colonization efforts, though realistically, it would be impossible to relocate large portions of the population in such a short time. In the meantime, NASA is finalizing its deflection mission strategy. The leading proposal involves a combination of kinetic impactors and nuclear deflection. SpaceX is preparing for the possibility of launching multiple Starship rockets loaded with heavy payloads to execute the plan. The success of this mission will depend on precision timing and global cooperation. If even one step goes wrong, the asteroid could continue on its deadly path. The coming months will determine the fate of humanity. If scientists succeed in deflecting the asteroid, it will be remembered as one of the greatest achievements in history. If they fail, Earth could face a disaster on a scale never seen before. Either way, this event serves as a stark reminder that we live in a cosmic shooting gallery, and planetary defense must become a priority for future generations. For now, all eyes remain on NASA, SpaceX, and the world's top scientists as they work tirelessly to prevent catastrophe. The clock is ticking, and the fate of our planet hangs in the balance.